Hey yo, it is. My mouth stopped working right now. I guess I'm tired. Hi, it is I, your coach, Melanie Black, and tonight we're going to be talking about exercise and sleep. So let's go ahead and get some facts, some baselines going here. Does exercise help you sleep? Yes, it does. Does having more muscle mass help you sleep? Yes, it does. The question you might be asking yourself is like, when and how much, and how about working out when I'm tired, all these things. So we're going to answer all these questions in tonight's video. And if you stick around to the end, I will show you my personal favorite exercise routine for better sleep, which I could definitely use today because I've had a week and I am freaking tired. So I am ready to get some good sleep tonight. We'll get it together. Now, when it comes to exercise and sleep, the science is well established. Yes, it does help you sleep. You can exercise out in the morning or in the evening, but you want to have at least an hour buffer before the time that you want to actually go to sleep. You don't want to try to exercise and then go to sleep right afterwards. Give yourself about an hour to kind of come down from that exercise and you should be good to go. Now, as far as which individual exercise is best for sleep, that can be a tougher question. It's a little bit individualized. So let's break it down here, and then I'm going to give you a couple of ideas and a full better sleep workout at the end here. And the workout won't take long, by the way. It's a fast one, so I think it's something like 10 minutes. So pretty cool. Let me dive into the exercise for better sleep rules. First off, be safe. Remember, when you are tired, it's about as good as like being drunk. Isn't there some statistic about people driving drunk versus driving tired? You're basically driving your meat car around like half awake as it is. So if you've been chronically underslept for a while, we're going to talk about safety first. Number 2, we want to get hot. Number 3, we want to make sure we're working out at the correct intensity to get better sleep. And number 4, we're going to talk about how to breathe. Okay, so be safe. Now, you want to make sure that you're getting enough water in throughout your day, before you exercise, during your exercise, after you exercise. You do not want to exercise dehydrated. Also, being dehydrated will interfere with your sleep. So please remember to drink water throughout your day. And doing that throughout your day and not right before bedtime will also help with your quality of sleep. Do familiar movements. So if you have not been exercising, this will limit your availability of movements, but if you're already exercising, make sure that you do movements you're already familiar with. You don't want to try to have to learn anything new. You don't want to have to do anything too complicated. Anything that requires too much balance or skill is not a good idea while you're tired. We want to use extra caution. I will tell you that the worst injury I got working out was not from the exercise itself. It was because I was really tired and I went to go load a weight plate on the end of a bar, and it was a 45-pound plate, and it landed on my foot, on the top of my foot, on the edge of the plate. And the foot didn't break, but it swelled up to like this giant, massive sausage foot. And I went to the doctor. He said, no, it's not broken. It's just like soft tissue damage or whatever. That thing took like a year to heal. It was horrible. And it was just because I was tired. I was like, my grip wasn't all there. I was just kind of like, putting the plate on. So exercising when you're tired is no joke, safety-wise. So just be a little bit extra aware of thyself while you are tired, please. So use extra caution. And remember that safety is more important than intensity. So if you have to choose, we're going to talk about the importance of intensity for actually getting you good sleep, and intensity is really important. But if you cannot work out with intensity and do it safely, safety's got to come first. So it's better for you to just do a mild workout and kind of slog your way through it than do nothing. But intensity is going to have a major role in whether or not it's effective at actually helping you sleep. Okay, get hot. This one is simple. We want to actually raise your body temperature. There's a whole bunch of science behind this. We don't have time to get into all that. Just understand that we want to get actually physically hot, and it's best to do this before your strength training. In other words, a warm-up. Make sure that you're doing a warm-up where you're actually raising your body temperature, and that will help you exercise more effectively, but also raising the body temperature does cool stuff hormonally to help you sleep better at night. Okay, intensity. We want to fully exhaust the body. So this sounds pretty obvious, fully exhaust the body, right? We want to use either heavy weight or time under tension, depending on safety and availability. So in other words, my absolute favorite exercise for getting good sleep, honestly, is a heavy deadlift. Warm up, do a few sets of a real heavy deadlift, and I am out like a light. But not everybody's going to have access to heavy weight, and not everybody has the deadlift as their familiar movement. So the workout that I'll be giving you tonight at the end of this thing will be all body weight using time under tension and all of the techniques that we're discussing here right now for better sleep. Okay. So we want to make sure that we're using time under tension or heavy weight depending on safety and availability. Each set should completely exhaust the muscles. So we want to make sure that at the end of each set, it's not like, oh, I did 10 reps, but I could have done 25. Unless it's a safety issue, we want to do 5 reps and for them to be really, really hard. So we're looking down in the strength training range. Heavy reps are great. We want to completely tax that nervous system. And we want to use multi-joint exercises. In other words, we don't want to use little single joint exercises like tricep extensions. We want to use squats or deadlifts or push-ups or rows, things that use, the more muscles it uses all in one, the better. Fewer exercises, multi-joint movements. So fewer exercises and bigger multi-joint movements. Okay. And then breathing. We want to make sure we're using proper breathing technique during the workout, of course. And I also recommend doing extra breathing practice at the end of the workout and before bed. So next up, we're going to get into an example of what the heck that all means. Let's start off with our warm-up. So for our warm-up, we are going to be doing full body extension Tabatas. Now, I always recommend doing a warm-up before your warm-up. And we are going to do that too. So let's go ahead and get into that. This warm-up before your warm-up, I don't have this one written down. If you're a member of the Nerd Gym, you will be very familiar with this. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, pull them down and in. So this is just, we're starting off light movement. Part of this is to screen ourselves, to screen the body, to make sure that none of, adjust my camera here, make sure that none of our pieces, parts are unexpectedly not working the way that we expect them to. Do some stick ups, reach for the sky, squeeze those shoulder blades down and together. Forearm goblets rolling along the outsides of the forearms. So just some nice big movements through the upper body. Just making sure everything's feeling good here. Down to the core, crunch the abs. It's like a midair crunch, and then stick the booty out and back, mobilizing the spine and activating the core. Next up, we're going to put the hands behind the back, take a bow, gently stretch through the backs of the legs. Oftentimes, when I get tired, I get weird tightnesses, be like in one leg but not the other, that kind of thing. And these general movements before you get started will kind of give you the opportunity to kind of notice where things might be kind of funky. So that'll give you an idea of where you need to modify for yourself for the day. Now, you never want to push through pain, especially not when you are tired. So keep that in mind. Pain in the joints is bad, okay? We can push through some discomfort in the muscles. We can push through some discomfort in the lungs as we're doing some heavy breathing in the cardio section, but we don't want to push through any joint pain. All right, get a couple of calf raises and loosen up the hands. Okay, so first we're gonna get hot. We're going to do Tabata intervals. So 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. We're going to use something called a full body extension, meaning we're going to push the hips back behind us, keeping the chest up and open. We don't want to round that upper back. Then we're going to swing the arms up and come up to tiptoes, fully extending our body. And we're going to do this nice and quick for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 8 times. So if you haven't already joined me, go ahead and begin now. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's 20 seconds down. I'm going to breathe for 10 seconds, and then I'm going to do it again. 3, 2, 1. Exhale on the way up. It's like a jump without the jump. 3, 2, 1. Okay, deep breath. Got 2 rounds down. Ready for number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm not a fan of cardio. I pretty much think it's the worst, but this is short and sweet and it gets the whole body hot. 3, 2, 1. Whew, 3 rounds down, 5 to go. And if you're breathing really heavy, that's good on this one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. Whew. Halfway through. Deep breath. Ready for the next one in 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, now I'm getting hot. 3 intervals left. Ready, set, begin. Three, 2, 1. Ooh. Deep breath. Only 2 left. Here we go. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Three, 2, 1. Ooh, 1 to go. Last one. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Whew. Almost there. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Objective number 1 met. I am hot. That's what we want out of this first part. Now the next part, the goal is to fully fatigue the muscles. Catch your breath a little bit. We're going to use time under tension. We're going to use a 10-1 tempo. So that means I'm going to take 10 seconds to get down and 1 second to get up. So if you do not have weights available, time under tension is wonderful. You do have to actively squeeze your muscles for this to work right. And so it's not just slow, but also active squeezing. For the squat, press the feet out a little bit against the floor so that you can create tension in the glutes. Like imagine you're trying to separate your floor with your feet. Make sure that your heels are firmly rooted on the floor. And we are going to take 10 seconds to get down to our fullest depth of squat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. That 1 rep. I'm going to do 4 more now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. All right, they're getting tough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, okay. So actively squeezing, actively pressing the floor apart. Now, I've fully fatigued my quadriceps, so while those are resting, I'm going to get upper body, and I'm going to do the same thing with a slow negative push-up. Now, for my slow negative push-up, I'm going to go from the toes on the way down and from the knees on the way up. If you're good at push-ups and push-ups are easy for you, you can go toes down and up. If they're hard for you, you can go knees or body peel down and up. Whatever works for you is fine, but we're going to use that same tempo. All right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Ooh, they're getting faster. I don't know if I can keep up that same 10 tempo for all of them, but slow it down as best you can. Yeah, okay. So now upper body is fully exhausted. All right. Now typically I would recommend 3 sets on these, but for the sake of brevity on this video, which is already at 17 minutes, I'm just going to do the 1 set. But I recommend doing another couple of sets, getting those quads and your push fully exhausted. All right, next we're going to spend 90 seconds on our breathing. This is one I like to call bloated corpse because it takes from corpse pose from yoga, from the Yurga, but we're going to add a little bit of extra to it. So we're going to lay on the floor after we're done with our strength training. And we're going to lay here with palms up. And we're going to take some nice, deep, slow breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you're breathing, I want you to think about breathing deeply down into the lungs and down into the belly. So nice, deep breaths all the way in, all the way out. And I like to think of this as bloated corpse because when you're doing it right, the belly rises and falls just like a bloated corpse. And as you are breathing, start thinking about relaxing very specific but random parts of your body in the joints. Think about relaxing your wrists, your fingertips, your ankles, your shoulders, your knees. And once you have gone through the list of all the joints you can think of, hips, neck, and so on, take one more deep, full breath, and you're good to go. Okay, so we have done our strength. We got hot. We did our strength training. We didn't need any equipment for it, and we got our deep breathing in. And this is a wonderful workout to do to help you get ready for a good night's sleep. So try it out. Let me know what you think, how you did with it. And yeah, let's go ahead and
Let me know in the comments. If you end up doing this workout, how you did with it, what your opinion was on it, what you like to do for your exercise when you're sleepy. If you have experience with this, with exercise helping you get better sleep, I want to know what your experience is with exercise and sleep. And like, subscribe if you like this content. Also, let me know what other questions you have about fitness are down in the comments. I do actually read the comments. And I will see you next time. All right, have a lovely evening. Good night.